check on YouTube if it is coming live. I would appreciate if okay, this channel. Okay. Copy.
Josh is up. That's good.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, so let me tweet about it then. Okay, let me set up a tweet here. Right here. Bear with me, guys. Okay, I'm just setting up so everybody can get the link. The worst part of the YouTube is you got to send them the link. Let me see if I can send. Let me see if I can send this way. Okay. Trying to click picture. Live YouTube link.
Josh, while you're doing that, you remember we spoke about the block trades. If I could find them.
Oh yes, live YouTube link. Okay. Alrighty.
Friday. So I found a couple, but whenever you're ready, later on, let me know.
Absolutely, thanks. So guys, see if you can see that. If you can see that link or not. Okay. So if you can confirm the audio, audio quality on YouTube, that would be a great help.
Audio is good.
Or no echo, right? I'm sure we have the Twitter with the YouTube also, so just making sure.
No, it's good.
Okay, it's good. Sounds good. Okay. Alrighty. And audio good. Twitter is good. I did Twitter. If you guys can help on retweet those, if you go to profile and just help here, profile right here, and if you can click on retweet. Oh, right here. Oh, why this not coming right now? I just tweet about it. Okay. I pinned this, so I need to get rid of the unpinned from profile. Unpinned. Okay. So first link is the where is the oh wow. So I need to get rid of either one of them, and then there is a
no, just click on your YouTube profile on the top. Go up.
Yeah, right here. Yeah, no, I got it. That YouTube is fine. I'm just understood. I understood that part, but I just wanted to have this one also. So we have these and these, right? So I'm gonna get rid of this one then, right? Just get rid of this. They can figure it out though. Okay, so let's get rid of these, delete this. Okay. Delete this and then keep this one as a first one is pin to your profile. Pin, okay. So now top one is the audio. And if you can retweet that, this one, the top one is audio and this bottom one is the video, I guess. Yeah. Right here. Okay. So retweet and like, and same thing on this one too. That's the bottom one is the video. It's first and second. Right here. Okay. Okay, already I guess we can get going on it then probably. Okay, so welcome to Top Trading guys. Thank you for being here for Sunday evening. We're gonna get going on this one. So disclaimer, this video is for education purpose only, not for recommending to buy or sell any sort of stocks or investment. For your financial advice, please consult with your professional financial advisor. Okay, so let's go back to SPY. Okay, we will go through your all the stocks and all later on, but we will start with the market first. Okay. What I notice is the triple bottom. So triple bottom is a bullish sign on this one, and I hope everybody can see. Those people who are running late, I don't know whomsoever is here. So as you can see, triple bottom. So this is all bullish sign right now. As you can see, then these are ascending triple bullish sign support. And when we broke the resistance, that means it does trigger on a bar system. That yes, it is a bullish sign. So I'm not right now going to be bullish, but we also need to keep one thing in mind about the cord witch. Remember, because cord witch normally every time cord witch comes in, that month end particularly is sell off happens, but we had opposite this time, because cord witch everybody expect to sell off because people need to take the profit and close their balance sheet for the quarter, but they did set up differently opposite. Why? Because they were completely, as you can see, last 3 months we've been selling from January, right? So these were the complete sell off going on for the whole 3 months. So that was the cord witch basically, right? Now also we had a monthly option close on 18th March, which we all know that the 18th month. So that was also part of the game where all this last bear also got trapped in here, and that's why we had a bullish, super bullish right here, because that's why if you look at all the Chinese stock, they took off, right? They started taking off on from here. They jumped overnight. When in the morning you wake up, they all, I remember Baba was $30-40 up, $50 up, and many stocks like jump, like gap up and go, all these Chinese stock, because they've been shorting from here all the way. Baba was like $250-300, right? And they gap up and go. Why? Because they've been shorting here. So everybody thinking that how far it's gonna go, but nobody knew until Monday morning, and nobody exactly know what the game plan is going on, because that's how the market works. Until unless you become up until unless you join Top Trading Edge, right? So that was the whole part I can see, and that's why Chinese stock. So some people think, oh wow, Chinese stock is going to fly, and Neo going to fly, and Baba going to fly. You can't fly. We do not know right now. We have to go through the cycle. So this was the whole. There are a couple of cycle we have to see. This is the whole long 3 months cycle. As you can see, the downward trend, right? Then also we have a upward trend, downward trend, right? Same thing, upward trend, consolidation, downward trend, again upward trend, then downward trend, now upward trend, right? So these are the different cycles of different period, how we take a look at it and how we visualize it, right? So we all need to understand the cycles, guys. We cannot simply go and chase the stocks or anything like that. Cycle is the most important part. It's just like a cloud above our head. So what I teach here, first thing, before we get to the option, guys, I'm just trying to show you that how we need to pick options, because before immediately you go into the option, you have to have a knowledge of how the cloud is forming above your head. The moment the cloud you understand, then you would know the rain going to fall or not, and how far the rain look like and whatnot, right? We have to judge properly. The moment we become little late or early is wrong, because we'll be there's a tornado comes in before the rain comes, there's a wind blows, and and it can be anything. So that's the reason what I like to teach is we do not want to go first, we want to go second, third, and as you know, this is my thesis of moving forward, and this is what I like to teach here, that we do not want to be immediately bullish or bearish. We have to go how things move right now. As I said that this major resistance broke, we got a triple bottom, and the whole quarter, as we all know, I hope everybody remembers that what I talk about it. This is cord witch month, and month end, then regular month, and also so all the shorts they were keep buying these. That's why they have to cover there, because that was when you short it, you have to buy it at the bottom. So this was the buy at the bottom. Now is this a really bull for everybody is feeling the FOMO? That we do not know right now. But what I need to look at it here is, before we start the auction, I'm running right now commentary for the market, because this is how we need to analyze. Now look at here.
Josh,
Hey, what's up, man?
can I ask you a question? When I click on your to watch you through the YouTube link, the voice, I can barely hear you. Is there a reason why?
Oh, you can barely hear me. Sorry, maybe my. Oh, sure, absolutely. Is
No,
there?
it's always, it seems like it's very, very low, so I
Oh,
don't know
okay.
if it's on my side or not.
Okay, just confirm with me. Now, how it sounds now?
Just one sec, because the only way I can go in through there is I gotta click on your thing and
Okay.
click on your Twitter account. Just one sec.
Sure, no problem. I will see if you can now again. I mean, I just. I'm sorry, I just increased the volume. So probably if that could be the case, then I'll click on my property here. Look like volume is full here.
Hey Josh, hey everybody.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you? Just a second. So check now, black hole channel 2. You can still hear or no? Or is it very, very low or? Still
No,
good?
it's
Okay.
good now.
Now it's good?
Shit. Echo.
I mean, I know we have the two mics right now I'm using. One is the phone where it's on a
Why I
speakerphone.
can't.
Is there anybody else can confirm?
Shit.
What's the question?
How's the audio coming out of YouTube?
I'll check 1 second.
How's the audio coming out of the YouTube? If you guys, somebody can check, because we do not want to keep moving forward until everybody is satisfied about the
Hey Josh, YouTube video is like good.
YouTube video is good. Okay, so maybe you might need to go in your settings and just it's not about the keyboard and you increase the volume through the keyboard. Probably you might need to go in the settings and see if you can probably increase the volume through that way.
Josh, whatever you did, it got louder.
It's too loud? Not too loud?
No. It's good. It got louder and better now.
Oh, okay. Alright, it sounds good then. Thank God now. Alright, sounds good. I'm happy with that actually. Alright, so guys, those who are not speaking, keep yourself as a listener. So that way what happens is, people get an opportunity. But right now I'm gonna start, and then we will move forward. And those who are new here, you can go to the on a Twitter account also right here, where you can interact with me. The first link you can click on my profile, and this is the first link. It says live now. That's for the audio, where you can join the space and you can interact with me, where you can be as a listener as well as speaker also if you have the questions. Then bottom one is also another link for the YouTube. So just in case if you do not know, you can click here, or you can straight go to youtube.com//top trading edge, one word, top trading edge, and you can type it in, or you can go to youtube.com and search top trading edge, and it will pop my channel, and then you will see a live link. It's just live video, and you will be able to click that. So why we have a two link? One is the YouTube, where I'm sharing my screens, where you can see my charts and whatever I am speaking. Now if you just want to be a listener and do not have any questions, then you can be on YouTube alone. But if you want to interact with me, then you have to have a two browser open. One for the YouTube, where you can view and listen, and if you want to talk to me, then you have to open Twitter space, where you can interact with me. Twitter space is maybe you might have to open on your phone Twitter, or maybe on your computer, where you can interact with your mic. All right, so again, it's on the profile, and we're gonna again repeat probably after some time. All right, so everybody is all right, guys? Set? Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna start from the beginning. Okay, just in case if something somebody missed it, I'm gonna start a little bit here. So, all right. So we're gonna start with the market first. So many people, I mean, many were here who wanted to be a bearish and bullish ahead of the week. And what I teach here is we do not like to be ahead of the week, just in case, because I prefer not to cultivate something which is anticipation. I do not believe in anticipation. The moment you try to be anticipation on a week, particularly such like this right now, it is dangerous. That's the only reason I was afraid to give, because there is, everybody is different here, right? You know, there are so many my investors comes here on this group space, and they do not have any kind of knowledge how to go, and somebody goes and it's that's very dangerous. So my goal here to safety first is safety. We should not lose money. That is our first goal here. All right, so let's analyze the market right now. How do I read the market at this point? So before we get into the options and all, we're gonna start with the market, because anytime you want to play any option, you can simply jump on it, because there are three different types of option when you need to choose. One is the when you're doing day trade, is a weekly option where you can choose, right? And probably on SPY is like a daily option, pretty much alternate day options, right, on a SPY. But other than SPYs and all, then mostly they are weekly options, and some of them are monthly options. So it's called day trade options. And then there will be a swing trade option, which could be a monthly. And then there are some long term, like you can go for 4, 5 months, 6 months, leap year options. Those are like long time. So we will go through that options. But before you choose any options, you do have to understand the market. Because if you do not understand the market, then what happens is probably you're holding a ice cube which is melting every day when you go to bed. Basically, even though market is closed, you are losing your premium. That's why option is dangerous. That's why 85% people lose the money in option. So why we need to have the market understanding? Because every time market is like a cloud, like before it rains or not gonna rain, we also need to analyze this, because that's where market is. So market is always, I look at it, S&P 500, which is Fortune 500 top notch profitable company which are listed under the SPY. So I always look at as a SPY is my main indicator to analyze the market. Then we also look at the Nasdaq and IWM and all. We do look at that also, but overall I look at the SPY and analyze at least where we are right now heading on it, right? So as you can see, what happened was we all discuss that how we always go through the cycles. So there are different cycles, like monthly cycles, weekly cycles in the market, bulls and bears, right? So if you look at this chart, this is SPY chart, right? We are right here from the January. You can take a look at it. January was the top, and then look at the sell off happen. So almost 3 months right here, right? 3 months sell. If you look at overall is down, right? So that's 3 months we've been down. But if you look at it monthly, if you look at the cycle by weekly, up, down, then again up, down, then up, right? So these are weekly. So what we learn out of this is these are weekly or monthly. How you are doing your options, how you want to lose your money, how you want to make your money, right? That we have to keep always in our head. We cannot be bullish or we cannot be bearish on any damn stock when you buy option, because option is just a leverage. If you ask me, hey George, what is option? Option, when you buy for 30 days, you do not need to wait for 30 days to close. You need to take the money when particular certain period of time. You have to take the money whenever you see the profit. You need to take that position and close the position. You do not need to wait for 30 days, for example, because that's what I call it. Options are leverage. That's why 85% people lose, guys. So many, I after talking to a few people, I analyze it that, hey, why people are losing on option? Because they think, oh, I have a 30 days, so it's only been 10 days. Though I'm 100% profit or 60% profit, I'm gonna wait until it's 30 days get over. How do you know that 30 days this cycle change? You see this, when you are on short here and the cycle change, this 4-day cycle will wash your all 100% profit and you'll be probably in a loss, right? Say for example, you're shorting from here and you're 10 days in here, and then you imagine if this cycle change, right? So your all profit get be washed. That's why I said this is our cloud. We have to have a vision of our cloud above our head. This is our above our head, we have the cloud. We need to keep, this is our main indicator. We have to find out the cycle. We need to understand the market cycle. And this is how we need to choose the option. You cannot simply go just because market is going and climbing up and up and up, and you say, no, this is too much and I'm gonna short. Believe me guys, I have so much experience doing this. You cannot go on a candle that 4 candle is good and then I'm gonna short, or maybe 4 candle going down, and look at this, it's almost like 8-9 candle here down, right? That's why you cannot be bullish immediately also. So that's why I would say we have to find the wind in a direction whenever you want to choose your options. Whenever you choose your option, we have to look at the cloud above our head. Now, as I explained, is a weekly cloud and monthly cloud and quarterly cloud. You see this? Look at this. Is 1 quarter, 3 months, constant from here, top 480 and constant down, right? Then if you look at the weekly, look at that weekly, down, up, right? Down, up, down, like that. So just we have to, this is what I teach here. Do not just simply jump in a long term, short term, any stocks or anything. You look at the stocks, see where the support is, where it is playing on resistance, where it is playing SPY, where the SPY is running. If you are trying to be bullish and 4 or 5 candles here, and if you think that this stock is SPY is about to hit the 100-day moving resistance, we already crossed 200. You do not want to have a crazy position open also, because then market can also pull back. We have to analyze this, let the market opens. But I just want, right now I'm just trying to teach you guys, we have to analyze the market in a different ways before we hop in and put our money into this. That's the basic foundation I teach. Just like every time I say, when you invest money into stock, we always look at the financial fundamentals. Just like that, you have to look at this cloud, because if you look at the fundamental finance, but if you don't know the cloud, where the cloud is heading, there are different kind of clouds, guys. Okay, this is just this. Then we also have a like here, right? I'm gonna show you something. This is sector wise cloud, right? Sector also rotation happens. So if you look at it, this is SPY, right? SPY has, these are the ticker symbol for different commodity, different, right? So we look at here, SPY has a communication, consumer dictionary, then consumer staples, energies, financials, healthcare, industries, so materials, real estate, technology, utility, right? Now if you look at it here, I hope you can see exactly what I'm trying to show you. If you look at one day, like Friday, what happened? Let's check right now. What happened is XLY was flying 2.1%, but what was happening in energy? Negative. You see that? So now if you look at it under these XLY, who is under XLY? Let's see right now here, Tesla. So Tesla was running on a Friday, right? You see that Tesla was running. Yep. Then McDonald was running on. Then Amazon was running right here. You see that? So this is XLY. What is that? Which sector is this? Consumer discretionary, right? That's the one. Then we also look at the energy. So what happened in energy? This is one day. Okay, I'm looking right now only Friday. So this energy was down. Let's take a look at 5 days. What happened to Friday? 5 days of the work, whole last week. Okay, look at that. In that case, what we see here, consumer, same thing. Tesla was doing great, McDonald was doing great, Amazon was doing great, and we all know. I hope I'm taking here also, so you can see Amazon, right, is great. And if you look at here, Amazon is in here. Oh, where am I? This, yeah, Amazon is here, Tesla is here. I look at that. Right here, Amazon. Yeah.
Communication.
What's that? Yep. So it's
communication services, right?
No, this is, oh, right on the top is communication right here. Communication services, XLC, right? So these are one of our cloud. We need to analyze it every time, because market, what they do is market maker, they have to do the sector rotation also, as several, depends on weekly, monthly and quarterly. We have to keep this thing in our mind whenever we take any position long, big. We have to be, the more the cloud you have keep in mind, the better the knowledge you would have, right? So if you look at the financial right here, 7% up in 5 days, right? 7% up financial in 5 days. Why? Because remember 3 weeks ago financial was dumping, and then they take a U-turn. So look at here, 1 month. Let's take a look at 1 month. Look at the financial, right? So the sector rotation happens. So if you keep eyes on, I remember that when the war started, first week energy was flying super high. I remember that, right? So energy was flying high, and people are asking me, Josh, what do you think? In a day, 7 people used to ask me about the oils. What do you think, Josh? I say oil can go 150 also, but I will not hold my position because oil is a little higher price. It's already priced in, and I want to wait until if any major thing happens. But I will be not. Risk versus reward, and I see it might go, but I do not want to be participate because it's overpriced for me. That's why look at what exactly happened after that. Oil was like, you are nowhere basically. If you have option, you're basically holding your melting ice cube and you're losing money. That's what exactly happened, and result is right in front of your eyes. Look at XLE. Where is XLE? Right here. You see this? This is 1 monthly was good, but then it was going down. You see that everything was holding good, but down. But if you look at here, look at the technology, look at these Tesla, Amazon, everything was down pretty much, right? Because right here you can see here too, SPY. Right here. So these are the cycles running. So we have to, what I'm teaching you will never find what even people talking anywhere. What you have to understand all these clouds, how this, when you see the chart, 3 months constant down, but there is a up, down, depends on how you pick your cycles. So when we do day trade, it's different thing. Swing trade is different thing. Long-term trade is different thing. Now, what do you mean by trade, Josh? Trade means there are two category. One is regular stock you buy, and then there is a people who wants to buy options. Now, when you buy options, basically you are not buying stocks. You are buying insurance. Options are nothing but just a little contract that you're predicting that if something happens, then I have this insurance. That's how you buy options. But then your every day you go to bed, you are still losing because it's a meter. Your meter is on. You're losing the money no matter what. So you're predicting that it can go to this price. That's why buying option is little bit dangerous, but you have to understand all this cloud. Then you'd understand. You buy a stock which is here, and you know that this is already top. Why you want to buy it at the top? Because something is going to happen, go down. Same thing when it's going up, you have to understand that how far it can go up, and when it make a U-turn, then you short it. You do not want to, same thing here, you do not want to buy here. You want to make sure it get reversed. Remember, we change our we were super short here at this time from here, and then when the market turned and broke this resistance, and then we become immediately bullish, if you know that, right? Even FOMC meeting, normally you can look at the whole history, and Twitter also. Any time interest rate goes up, market goes down. But what we discuss, hey, chord which coming, normally anytime chord which happens, always people have to sell their position to take the profit and close their balance sheet, right? But it was opposite this time because they were shorting, right? And now they have to buy. So all this while they short and a bounce. So you all know that Chinese stock, they overnight you woke up and you see Baba was $50 up, many stock was like 50% up, right? So that gap up and go. These all Chinese stocks and many stocks. So we have to keep this. We
broke that resistance on Wednesday right after the hike.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. This one, right? This one broke. This one, and this is small one, right? This is 8 days. We discussed about 8 days, and this at the time when we become bullish. And we become bullish right here also, but slowly we change our position because everybody has their position. So we have to learn about weekly. We do not know about your option positions. You have to take the action, guys. Josh doesn't come to you. What my job is to teach you guys. I do not charge anybody. It's not a financial advice. My job is to teach you how to change the position, how to maneuver your position. Like Chamath, always Chamath says, you cannot have a mindset in one direction. The moment you decide to go in a one direction, you are locked in your position, then you will end up in losing maximum money out of it. That's why you have to keep your mind ready to alter. Because wind goes, you have to keep your mind direction, because market does change direction. Look, the people who bearish and they think it's gonna go down no matter what, man, it's gonna go down, then they gotta get crushed, right? Same thing. We do not know how many people got crushed, but I did show you trillions of dollar market maker pocket, because that's what exactly happened right here, right? So we have to understand these are our clouds. these are all major clouds plus sector rotation, because these are weekly, monthly, some of the sector rotation happens, right? That's their job. They have to create the liquidity in the market. So we have to keep all this sector rotation, keep always in mind and see what is laggard, what is happening exactly, because that's how they trigger. They see all this. It's not me and you see, they see, and then they oh, this sector is already running high. Now let's see, let's look at 1 month, 3 months, and that's how they do. You see, this energy was going high, so that's why energy is right now is holding even though energy want to fly, but they are holding little bit. What oil is basically is holding high because it did ran up a lot last 6-8 months. Same thing, technology. Remember, technology was running. Look at year date. 6 months, I would say. No, last year, right? Technology was booming last year. So look at technology right here. You see this? So last 2020 and 2021, look at that, technology was boom, 190. Look at the percentage, guys. You see that percentage, right? So that's why there are rotation happening, and we all think, oh boy, Square is dumping, PayPal dumping, Facebook dumping, based on their earning, and they also see forward P ratios. So we have to come here and analyze their balance sheet. That's why they took this money out of the balloon, I mean in the air out of the balloon, right? Same thing here also. We have to keep looking, guys. This is the website where you can keep, if you want to keep always checking before you jump in. Always do not rush. Hey, Josh bought something, I want to go and jump in. No, guys. Do not copy the trade. Analyze the trade. If you do one trade, but has to be accurate. First, get the accuracy. Whatever the trade you're doing, we do not want to lose, because we do not want to. What I teach here is not to cultivate the bad habits. That's the most important part is here, because everybody makes mistake in a FOMO. You do not want to create. The moment you create FOMO, then pull back. If you don't make money, that's fine, but we do not want to lose the money. So what I'm trying to right now teach you is this is how we need to analyze the cloud. We do not want to be participate in a social media where everybody, oh, buy this, so many calls somebody bought, so many put somebody bought, right? Yeah, that is the indicator. That's why we have a strength of people here in the group that we analyze stuff. We have to look at we have to keep our eyes and ears open before we trade. Day trade, swing trades, and long-term trade. So I hope you guys understand what I'm exactly trying to explain you is these are all the clouds.
Hey Josh, can I ask you a question about that same?
Yeah, go ahead.
So correct me if I'm wrong, right? You're saying there's a sector for each season to trade to make money or lose money?
Okay, so what I'm saying, there is a sectors. You and me would not know when this season weekly, monthly, or long term. Only way we would know is now we always keep eyes on our geo policy, because this sector rotation happens based on the demand and supply. That's why our group keeps not only eyes on one sectors only, these sectors only. We also sector been decided by the demands and supply. That's why what we do is we find all the news, we find what exactly surrounding things, what policies are taking place, right? So that's what we do. So at least whenever sector rotation happens, it does not happen every day, right? That can happen after some time. Whenever that happening, we have to keep eyes. We have to keep our eyes and ears open every time. We have to keep checking. When we do that, we would know, oh, okay, this is what market maker is playing. So we already discussed earlier, right? There are three above us. We are the retailer, right? Above us is the government who makes the they do all define the policy. Say, hey, this is what we have to have a geo policy defined with China, defined with Russia, whatever the rules are. Once they make that, then also Fed, right? Fed and government. So basically Fed is there. Fed says to the market maker, hey, this is the policy. Now market maker has to follow those policy. If the bank is tanking, they're not going to continue let it tank bank even though they are in a loss. They have to change that somehow. They have to protect them, just like energy. We knew that oil was going to go up. Then what happened? Everybody become bullish on oil, and afternoon, after hours, you see oil is growing. Price is jumping up and down, and the morning market opens up. You see future is $10 up oil, $20 up oil, and the moment market opens up, and see what happens. We already saw those, right? That's what I'm trying to teach here. That we have to understand what these market makers, they have a power, they have a leverage. We cannot go against them every time. That's why I like to go with them. right? So these are sector rotation whenever that happens. So we always keep eyes on Fed. We have to always keep eyes on government policies and surrounding, because that's how you would know what are the policies taking place. Based on that, just like a mRNA, right? We bought some mRNA and trading also, day trade we did, swing trade did. Why? Because we felt that maybe mRNA probably will fly, but that doesn't mean it 100%, but at least you have some sort of confirmation in a different ways. When you look at the technicals, when you look at the surrounding, when I look at things are happening, then I would go with that, because you have a more confirmation, right? So at least that doesn't mean that mRNA will be 101% confirmation. Means when Josh says confirmation, means at least you have some sort of accuracy, rather than just blindly going, oh, right now SPY is too high, let me go and jump into QQQ or short the SPY, right? No, that is wrong. We have to analyze properly. Yeah, you can play like that if you want to do day trade, yeah, but what we have a different sorts of mind people in this group, right? When we go live, these are 2,000 people was there on Friday. When 2,000 people visit our group on a Friday, imagine how many kind of what level of mind they have when they join the group. That's why somebody raised the question, say, hey Josh, is this a long term or short term? And somebody, he was right actually, because my goal is nobody should lose the money here. They need to understand, and I need to explain them. Anyway, so these are our clouds. We will keep our all. I hope you all now understood about how this cloud works, because this is our major clouds we have to go through sector wise, then also geopolicy, and then technicals. That will give us a little idea that how things are happening, because we also discuss that, hey, COD which was coming, month end was coming. Normally month end happens, they sell happens, but it happened opposite, because we already knew what was happening, because we are smart in this group. We are smart. We already know COD which what we discuss. They will take the profit, but opposite direction, because they were shorting. Now they are buying, because they have to cover their short. First you have to sell, then you have to buy, right? So we have to be smart. Everybody has to be smart when we trade. That's the only way, guys, we can gain our portfolio green. Otherwise our portfolio will be red, and then don't blame me, say, Josh, and though it's not a financial advice, guys, but my goal is to, I want to help everybody, okay? So but you don't want to what I'm trying to teach you here, so you don't have to copy what Josh does. You want to be independent, learn out of every day what we're doing. We only get a time over the weekend, and then I can explain you in a way how I think, how I explain you, and then you implement in your everyday routine, so that way you don't mistake geopolicies, sector rotations, clouds, and all this. And then we always do all the trend lines and when we do day trade or swing trades or financial fundamentals. So we combine everything, and that's how we play. Okay, so if anybody has questions about the market, I can take that, and then if not, then I will move on to next.
Hi Josh, I have a quick question. So you were comparing two things, right? One was the SPY. You are looking at the SPY chart, and you explained how the clouds are forming and what's the trend. It's the negative trend, and then you went back to each sectors. But within the sectors, what are you looking at? Because there are going to be some sectors that are up, and there are going to be some sectors that are down. So how are you correlating this SPY with the sectors, and then what is the bottom line? What we need to look at?
Okay, so the sector rotation happens. They based on federal, whatever the federal policy and geopolicy. So as I was discussing, we have to keep our eyes and ears open. What is exactly happening above our head? We cannot just look at the road and, hey, I'm going straight, and make sure there is no accident happening in the middle. We do not have to keep. We have to keep our eyes above our head. That's why I said we need to keep eyes, not only charts, because this is our trend line, or financial. What we always keep eyes on, financial, right here, right? We do not want to just keep eyes on these and there. What I'm trying to teach here is we have to keep eyes above our head. What is above our head is all clouds. What are the clouds are? Geopolicy happens. What SPY this is the SPY. It's like a police car. When they get the 911 call, this is what they do. When they want to, whenever they're taking any actions, we would see here that hey, this candle is going up, but this is all overall, this is whole entire SPY, thousands of stocks right here. But when we come here inside and then analyze it, hey, let's look at here, what are the sector moving today, or 5 days, or monthly, at least get some idea which is oversold. We can see here is which are the oversold when you go to Nvidia, right? So if somebody likes, hey, I want to trade Nvidia, then we have to go and understand here that it broke the resistance. We can analyze it here. I'm here and I analyze it, and I look at it and I can see what exactly happening, stuff like that, right? But based on one thing, I do not want to trade just like that. The more confirmation you would have, the better the strength you would have. You can have a good sleep when you are overnight. You have any position you have overnight, you have to have a good vision. And how you get, just like a lidar, when you have a lidar on a car, even though your eyes cannot see, but lidar can see what is beyond, right? That's why I'm trying to take you in another level where we have to keep our eyes and ears open, understanding the sector also, because I'm just trying to show you right here, whenever market opens up, we analyze this. We have to keep checking what exactly things are happening, and based on that, oversold, not oversold, market rotation is happening, not happening. It does not happen every day, but we have to at least keep eyes on it. This is one of our indicator. Is like a that's what I'm explaining. This is our cloud over the head, which we normally don't even take a look at it, but we have to keep eyes on it, at least keep checking on it, see which sector is going, rather than just jumping in any boat, because market does take a U-turn. Anytime they do take U-turn and we feel like, oh man, I just bought my options and now it's taking U-turn, it dumping, right? Depends on your time horizons also. But I just want to show you, these are our clouds. We have to keep eyes on markets also, and we also need to keep our whatever the SPY, we already discussed about all this, what exactly happened in the quad, which happened, then the month end happened, and geopolicy changing happened, right? That based on that we have to. That's why we are successful in every cycle happening. We trying to find on a real, whenever the trend change, we are also changing ourselves. If you don't change with the trend, then we can get wiped out, or you have to have a long term positions open and then feel, have a stomach. So yeah, I hope I answer your questions. It is very difficult. There is no define exactly everything anywhere. Otherwise, everybody will, people would know how to make money instantly pressing the button.
Yeah. No. Thank you so much. This was very helpful. So, which website is that you are looking at in the sector?
Right here. So this one I will put it into. It's called sector, SPDR, sector, SECTOR. My Twitter is on my phone, so don't have it, but I can definitely give you right now. You can write down SECTOR, sector, right? Then SPDR, as spider, like SPDR.com, sectorspider.com.
Oh, okay. Sector dot, right? Or just...
Okay, let me repeat it. SECTOR SPDR.com.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And if anybody did not get it, let me know. But I'm always here now. Market open every time I'm here. If you don't have it, tell me and I'll give you sector SB and then SPDR.com. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, got it. Thank you.
All right. So keep that thing in just as a cloud always, and analyze those stuff. All right. Anybody had questions about that? So if anybody joining here, guys, there's a lot of, if anybody wants to ask the questions, if you are a speaker here and you are not talking, then click on the right side top corner and next to the arrow button and become a listener if you are not talking. So give other people opportunity, just in case if anybody has a questions, right? So I would appreciate, because Twitter, if you become, they don't allow more than 10 people to be a speaker. Then other people cannot even, their mic will be disabled and they won't be able to ask the question. So just keep in mind. Okay, anybody has a question now on moving forward?
Hey Josh, can you tell about the trading with the VIX? I see sometimes when the VIX is, when the VIX is high, should we take long position? Or when the VIX
Oh,
is low.
okay. Yeah, so no, VIX is just a little VIX is volatility. So if you want to go with the, I normally I go use UVXY VIX, and then if you look at these, so the market has a volatility. For example, future volatility. Do you see something happening in a war or some crazy anything happens like that? Then this can happen, right? So I always keep that thing also in mind that if anything happening, right, then you can go with that option UVXY. So I keep this is one of the indicator. Yeah, if something is surrounding, like we are trading and we don't know exactly. Somebody say, oh, you're dumping. Then SPY dumps. Then immediately you go and open why SPY dumping. You would see if it is volatility or just simply regular trade. If regular trade happening, then market UVXY might not even dump. Well,
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, you will once you keep we do keep. Like bunch of trade open at the same time when I'm live morning 9:30 to 4 o'clock, and I do keep bunch of charts here and keep rotating my screens around, and you can see. So at that time, I can show you example what the question you asked me. Even the SPY dumps, UVXY doesn't even move; it just stays right there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is not actually the measure of.
This is the future volatility. Anything happens in the future. It can create that, but if you want to keep a market bid, normally if you want to follow the market, you can use tick bits. So you can use tick, and the ticks is like this. So what I do is you can keep these ticks which are anything moving here. You can see how things are moving, and then if it's going trend is changing every 1 minute, trend going upward, then you would know if the bull is coming or bear is coming. You see this. So if you want to keep eyes on, see if it's 600 above or 500 above that center midline, then we also keep a diversion. So different tools we use for day trade only, okay, not the long term day trade. So I don't know you've been here or not before, but we do, when we do day trade, you will be able to see exactly how we do.
I don't really, I'm not the day trader.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll wait for a couple of months.
Exactly. Yeah. So we do both actually. We do day trade, swing trade, and long term also. But something like that. Sometimes market is, this is how I normally watch. But then if you're not doing the day trade, then VIX is difficult immediately to change. Decide. Yeah.
Okay. So do you ever look at the RSI indicators or?
Yeah, right here. I have it. I have RSI and MACD right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Next.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Thanks, man. So if you're not speaking, if you can click on the right side top corner, and you can put yourself as a listener, so other people can click on the mic. Otherwise their mic will be always disabled, because Twitter only allows 10 people to speak, and other rest will be like a disabled. That's why. Okay. Okay, anybody next?
Hey Josh, I have a question on the Ichimoku cloud that you have.
Yeah.
That you put in. So, where's the point of control which indicator is that?
Okay, I'll show you right here. Right here. So when the Ichimoku, I only, remember guys, only use for day trading 1 minute and 5 minutes. Okay, I mean you can use 30 minutes also, but I don't prefer 30 minutes. It's too late by the time. So I use Ichimoku cloud, because you go to Ichimoku and then go to settings, and I'll show you right here. So what you want to know, what settings? Normally settings remain the same. I don't change any settings on that, or just I change the colors, whatever I like. So lagging span line is the purple line. You see this lagging span. So whenever lagging span, when we are bullish.
Okay. Oh, so where is the point of control? So which one?
Point of control. No, here not Ichimoku. Point of control is a volume right here. This one. If you look, now there are two different things: VP SV and VP VR. So if you look at right here, let me go to the 30 minute chart so I can show you exactly. So this is. Which one is this? So this one is VP VR right here. So this is volume control, where you can see price control is happening here, and then I also look at it. Then I also look at this one. I want to get.
How do you look at the VP VR?
Okay, hold on. Let me get rid of volume first or something. I just popped something. I'm gonna show you VPVR right here. This is 30 minutes VPVR. No, I want to see a man VPS. Where is VPSV? Oh, right here. Okay, right here. So now this is 30 minutes. You see this 30 minutes? So this is volume profile and session profile basically right here. So now you can see higher high, higher high, higher high. So price of control is right here at this time. We have to have 440. So tomorrow morning my market opens up. We did close here, and we want to make sure the market test. If the gap up and go, then it might come back. So we have to watch tomorrow. Price of control line is 445, 444.64. But this keep changing. Remember, when the market opens up, it tomorrow, and it creates the where the volume it automatically decides. You see this in, for example, right here. You see this. So based on when we play during the daytime, right here. Let me show you something. Right here, volume in another volume VPVR right here. So when we see this volume, is keep based on the volume is happening. Right here, based on that volume profile creates, right, wherever the because market cannot remain the same bid and ask, right, it always moves. So based on this, it calculates based on the time zone. So normally when we are playing, when we want to look at the long term horizon, then I would long term horizon, I would keep my VPSV open, and I would see what exactly happening, how things are looking, and that's why I said market looking bullish, and we do not want it to because it's creating high. As you can see right here, last four days constant has a solid power. So not only one thing, we also analyze many things, right? We already know the Quadwitch and month end and FOMCs and whatever things are happening and what exactly happens. Market was heavily shorted and they just now have to buy. That's why they bought in last 4 days, and that was a real one. So yeah. But so when we normally trade at the time when the market opens up, we'll see.
Thank you, Josh.
No problem. Okay, next. Then I had to cover all the options, guys. So before we jump in anything, if anybody has a question, I'll take it. If not, then I'll just keep moving on next to the options topic.
Josh, I got a question about the volume.
Yeah, go ahead.
The colors, right? The green is buy, red is sell, right? So you're trying to say when you look at that, when there's more sells, you can see that the stock is going down. That's when you do a put, right? Or
no. Okay, so this one right here, no, this I don't normally play like that, but there's a price of control, right? So whenever market is on, for example, market is on, you can see this line, price of control line keep changing, particularly when the time is on. At that time, this is your price of control line, is your support and is your resistance, right? You have to see the candle is above the price of control line or below the control line. Once you know your price is below control line, that means that is your resistance. Then it will be harder to to poke through that, because that's your resistance. Every time resistance and support, we have to keep those resistance and support in mind. And you notice when we do day trade, I always like to exit before price of control lines, or whenever support comes, I exactly you know what I mean, right? Whenever we trade, so I like to exit before, because I don't care about a maximum profit. I care about what I got it. I don't care about what is left in the table, right? And that's what I teach here. We cannot think of what I left. The moment you think of what I left, that's why we are losing money. So that's why we always go this PO price of control line. Normally I always do price of control line, but as well as I keep my trend lines also keep in check every time, and also I look at my divergence, I look at my RSI, and then many other things we do at this. That's why
all right, Josh, that chart that you have right now, right? I'm just asking if someone was to buy right now, where would you, looking at that control line, where would you buy it and where would you sell it?
So in 30 minutes, I would right now is a perfect, but again, remember right now, hold on. So we are in 30 minutes.
Exactly over the control line, where are you going to buy it?
Yeah, so when the control line breaks and the 5-minute chart, I would go, this is a 30-minute chart. I can't trust 30 minutes right away. You have to go by the 5 minutes. You got to look at it, 5-minute control chart. And we are above the price of control line. And then we need to look at the other resistance, daily resistance also I would check. And we already know there is a clear path to go right here. Then we have 100-day moving average is here, so we have a clear path right here, right, clear. But when, remember last Friday we were playing 200-day moving average, and I said, hey, we got to be watch out, and that time, right? And so now we will see what happens tomorrow. But 5-minute charts I always check, and then I look at my cloud also. When we play day trade, I always look at the clouds. I look at my when we play 5 minutes, then you know what I do, I keep this. So at least I would know that I have a safety zone. I would look at my lagging span line is above and baseline above, so, and look at the 200-day moving average we are. So these are all supports. When you have a nice support, that means market does have a cycles, 5 minutes bear, bull, bear, then bull. That happens. That's part of the game, right? So that's how I keep a check most of the time. But that doesn't mean that 101% they are okay, because sometimes cloud does break. Sometime right here, you see, day before yesterday, it tried to break right here, and it tweak. Market opened up, boom, 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 boom. People think market gonna fly, and then look, it sell off crazy, and then we think, oh man, cloud is breaking. Then look at the right there, it pump back again, and then look all the way, right? So
okay, Josh, about the cloud. While you're doing that, sorry to cut you off. Okay, you see how the cloud is narrow at one point and bigger at one point?
Yeah, the cloud.
Go back on the other side, the opposite side. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. See that cloud? How it's
This is after hours. No. We after hours garbage. I can.
Okay, so compare a small cloud to a big cloud. Explain why is there a small.
Okay, so when you have so volume. So basically, when you want to have like when we play here. So I did always discuss about the cloud when they are horizontal, verticals, slant, sturdy, like that. So based on that and length and width, so the stronger the cloud we have, that's your resistance and support, right? It depends on where the candle is. If the candle is below, look at this candle. When this broke below the cloud, you see that, then never try to get back above the cloud, but could not get back, and we sell off, and we already broke the 200-day moving average here, right here, and then again went back, but it had a crazy sell off right here, and we broke. So when you look at the lagging span line right through broke through the cloud also. So that's why over here, look, boom, boom. So this is perfect right here. You could somebody make easy, this is easy. I would say 40% profit if if somebody is playing SPY from here to here. But this is good, 30-40% profit on SPY calls, SPY puts right here. And then, but again, SPY makes a U-turn also. You have to be that's why I don't play SPY when you guys are asking me questions, and I like to be very alert. You know that, right? Many options I play here, and I lose money while I'm not focusing. But SPY, definitely I will lose money if I keep eyes off the chart, because many people ask the questions, and I have to go to the charts and go through the few things and all. That's why I try to avoid. But whenever somebody asks, Josh, show me chart, SPY, let's do day trade, and I do right in front of them, but I have to be on the top. That's why, because SPY makes excuse me, SPY does make U-turn while while you're doing something else. And these are daily options. That's why you lose 50%. If this happens and you become short, and then you make a U-turn, by the time anytime you makes U-turn, it takes like a 10 minutes, and for 3 minutes, and you are out of your 40% profit become 50 or 60% loss, right? So yeah, but again, the stronger the cloud is always better. And those are your resistance, those are your supports. Depends where your candles are. Okay. All right. Anybody next questions, or we get back?
I got a question, Josh.
Yeah, what's up, man?
I'm wondering, what are your opinions on oil futures, GC or US oil? I mean, CL or US oil?
So, I mean, oil, look, there are two things. You hear me out, okay? This is what I think about the oil. Remember, everything price went up. Look at the lumber. It used to be $1, right? 2x4 in Home Depot. Everybody remember, it used to be $1, and now it's $4. So it's like pretty much everything price. It's not just the wood, because wood and most of the materials, they're climbing. The price is going up. Why they're going up? because we had the inflation, and economy was pumped up, and government pumped a lot of money into the economy. They're supposed to start shrinking their balance sheet in 2019, but we had the COVID, and then they cancel their plan. Instead of doing that, they already started pumping into the economy. They're buying all the bonds and everything. So then everybody got the power. Everybody got the money power to buy. So that's why inflation, whenever the money power comes, inflation rises up. So now their goal is to take the money power off the table. That's why but they are afraid because of election coming. That's why we analyze in a different ways when you ask me the question about oil, because you have to look at the government point of view also. They do not want oil to go $150 and $200 and then people cry. Because I remember from our group also, somebody say, hey, I fill up my tank in California. Somebody leaves, say, I paid regular car $120, $150 to just to fill up a car, and they do drive from San Diego to LA and cost you $200 just to fill up a tank every day. Do your math. It's very expensive, right? That's why my government role is to control the demand and supply. And you and me, no matter what happens, man, government is above everything, because when they can control. They know how to control. So when the oil price goes up, all the fear goes in the market, and then they lose the votes. Right? They don't want to go oil down, because oil was constantly grinding higher and higher from summer. So that is the one side, okay? But also the other side of the coin, we need to think everything price went up. Oil also deserve to be need to be up. Why? Because we did capex in few years ago, and we don't have any oversupply here in America. We have a limited supplies, because we capex. We thought we're gonna transit all these from oil to EV, and then the COVID came, 3 year lost pretty much, and now nobody has the batteries and all the supply constraints, and so there's a lot of it's not that easy transition. So oil might sustain the price. You might find maybe $150 can jump. That's the guesswork, okay? That can be a guesswork. Depends how this war take place and how things will happen. But that will be quick. That will be quick in and out. And if people cannot take the profit, they're gonna lose the money. So I do not expect oil is just like you go to pizza place and somebody say pizza used to be $10, now I'm gonna charge you $50. How you gonna feel? Just like that. Yeah, it's a basic. Otherwise, inflation will be like 25% if the oil goes to remain 150 and 200. Will be very difficult. So that's why government they can control many things they can do, and that's why they are fighting. So we need to give a little time how this war unfolds and all. I do not teach anybody to, which is already burning hot topic, and government hates that oil is flying high, and somebody say Warren Buffett bought these, and so based on that I want to trade. No, I do not believe in those things just because Warren Buffett bought. So safety, we need a safety, that's it.
Yeah, he has a lot of money, so our investment is different than Warren Buffett.
Man, I have seen his portfolio and I have seen many things, but he's a big guy, right? When he lose big, right? So just like Nancy Pelosi, we do not know when they lose, when they make, because they do make money and they do lose money also, and we do not know their headlines, why it's created that headline. So both sides we have to check. I mean, what I think is we do not want to just simply jump in immediately when particularly is a hot price. Yeah, unless you are holding some position from the old, then it's a different thing. But at this point, I do not recommend to jump in. Just even though Warren Buffett says he bought it because it's hot. It's already like I just showed up everybody that this sector rotation happens. When sector rotation happens, they are right now controlling. So let's see how the war unfolds and how thing goes, based on that.
Hey Josh, I was wondering if you'd be willing to dive into the 4 Greeks, Delta, Theta, Vega, Gamma, and just like maybe break down how you watch them and how each one's based on what they're doing determines your position with the option.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the main topic here.
I actually have 4 good breakdown introductions of them right in front of me. So if you want, I can just break it down, then you can go in and share your knowledge with us. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, before we jump into options, I just want to make sure that everybody understood about the market clouds and market conditions and all. So, and then I'm gonna jump into the options, and then let me start, and then I will take you in with that. So, all right, you can.
Hey Josh.
Yeah, what's up, and how are you?
Hey, can we look at the biotech XBI LABU? XBI and LABU.
XPI, right? Biotech. XPI.
XBI.
Oh, BI, yeah, XBI.
And LABU.
Hold on, XBI. So XBI right here. Let me look XBI. Oh, hold on, let me close this. Yeah, so XBI double bottom out, but still, let me see, looking good now. Right here, we broke the resistance and looking good by the technical analysis. Yeah, looking good. This is biotech, right? Yeah, this is biotech.
Yeah, biotech. And also LABU.
Okay, so this one, biotech daily, the chart is just broke out, so we have to keep eyes on it. But again, remember, based on the any breakout immediately, I would also check here biotech, healthcare, so XLV, and see what happening here. So if, for example, you got to take a look at it, which are the biotech major, because bio also did profit a lot in last 2020 and 2021, but then 2022 depends on some of the stock. I know that they did sell off. For example, BNTX, right? BNTX, so they did sell off a lot from 500 to $100, $130, $20, and that was a sell off. So, well, right now, I mean, based on what I see right now, it look like a reversal to me, because of it's not only 4 days, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days, right? And market was selling off. Market started taking off only 4 days, last 4 days, but these stocks started when the market was down. If you look at the SPY, right? SPY 4 days, these are daily candle, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, but then before that it was selling off. So I think, and we all know China has the lockdown, Shenzhen and all, and then Europe also. I saw the news, and then yesterday something I saw the news and I tweet about it, that the Fauci said that mask should come back. We should not take off the mask, he said, because MSNBC was saying that by April we'll have a COVID case rising up at this level, and they are out of the whatever they are thinking about the mask and vaccines. So probably new booster shot is coming also. So maybe this is oversold. Balance sheets are strong of those company, whichever company. So probably, yeah, this company can benefit if that reversal happens. So this week we need to keep eyes on these sectors and see how it is going. We need to keep eyes on that sector, particular those stocks, whichever you like, ETF. You like that, you can keep eyes on that one, and see if it's
LABU.
Yeah, LABU, right? But this is 3-time one, right? LABU. This is,
yep.
Yeah, this one too. It was oversold right here, man. This is oversold LABU. But I need to check what are these in LABU, or like there are some cyclical stocks or not inside, because some cyclicals and all, man, they are running on futures like DNA and all. I don't know if they are the one or not. So you got to look more like right now. You got to be. When we need to see this, we need a more long. You can't trust on these 3-4 candle. Why? Look at this here. 1, 2, 3, then sell off, then again went up, and then look. So we created a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then we become low. So this is low, and this is also another low, right? So that's why you need a stronger confirmation. I would not mind by entering at higher level. Let these cross, because if you want to day trade, is a different game, but right now we have so much, it's been sell off, right? So we need to look at the market, how market makers are taking. You need a strength from them, and I need these resistance to clear. If this resistance clear, that means this is 50-day moving average clears, then it can go to this. At least we believe that something is momentum is happening, because if this coming from here all the way, it can go back to we have so many resistance right now, 200 day, 150 day. So it's looking very, very bad, but I don't know, we need strong reversal right now. We can't just simply jump in and then look. If jump in here and then look, one low and then this is more low, right? So I mean, it's oversold. Definitely, I agree with you. Is looking oversold. Look at the bottom out. It looks. I love it. I love to, but I'm a kind of guy that I don't like to see my whatever I buy. I don't like to see them red. No, I mean, yeah. If you think you're going to be a super long, hold it long, then yeah, this is bottom out too. One day it will pop. Maybe. But if you want to buy for a 1 month or 2 months and you expecting to get result, then look what happened. That's the only one side I think. Otherwise, it's looking to me right now bullish, and RSI pointing upwards. But at least some more confirmation, it will be give us a more safety. At least you need a more, because of, remember, cycle change. Remember, we also need to look at the cloud. Cloud was just because of the quad witch, and that's why this bullish happened. They must have covered their shorts in these 3 candles. We need a more more buying happening. Then I would believe that this is real trend change happens. That's my thought. If I had to enter.
Thank you.
No problem. Thanks. Okay. All good, or anybody questions, or we just?
Yeah. What do you think about HYMC?
HYMC.
Because it has a clear pattern every 4 days, and if it manages to break, I'd say about.
Oh, this is gold mining.
Yeah, gold. Yeah, and it's gonna keep on going up because the demand for gold is gonna keep on going up too.
Yeah, so so what I would do is on this one, this is small cap stock, right? And small cap, right? So whenever it's a small one, it's pump and dump. People take profit immediately. Look at the week. You see this week? Why? Because people saw, oh wow, because there's a lot of people are holding the back.
Yeah, I went for just a day trade. That's it.
Right now, perfect day to short.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess no more questions, or I'm gonna get moving on to options, or right, guys? Everything's fine.
I'm ready when you are.
Okay. All right. Let's get go.
Can I just do do you want to start with delta, gamma, or theta, or beta?
No, there's a lot of things. We do not want to just gamma, delta. You're not the only one stigma, right? There's a lot of people here, right? I have to make everybody understand little basic, and then we will move on. We do not want to learn everything in one day. We want to learn basic things and teach them what overall views and all. And then you are always here every day, Monday to Friday, right? You are always 7 hours with me, pretty much. So we have a lot of time also, and we will discuss little bit. You'll get your many answers in today's also, and we will, if you want, we will definitely go through. But everything is not important. Everything is not important immediately on options. We have to have a basic concept in options, basic priority. Gamma and all that plays when you're holding your option for last moment, when you're holding your 30 days and then the 25th day, 27th day comes in, how far you are out of the money, how far you're in the money, like that. That's why. So we'll discuss. We have a lot of time. Okay, somebody wanted to talk. Yeah, go ahead. Somebody wanted to say something.
Yeah, hey Josh.
What's up?
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you so much once again for doing this for all of us. Josh, just looking at what happened last week, it is done. We don't know what Monday brings, but if we were to look at back to your point around sector rotation, what were some of the confirmations that we would need to look at specifically in QQQ? And I joined late. I'm sorry. My apologies. If you've already covered this, don't worry. I'll go back and review it. But just wanted to ask.
You can rewind it, but I'll just give you an overview. What happened is technology, right? So technology technology benefit the most, right? Technology benefit the most in 2020, 2021. So right now I doubt that technology, but remember what I look here is these guys. This is cover up. They did sell off here, and this was a cover up. That's why I see, but still we need a more confirmation how they are now. Their balance sheet is clear. Friday is over, finito, and now they are right now starting to create a new balance sheet, right? Now they'll be, whatever they do, we will come to know slowly. So let them go first, right? Let them go first, and when market starts, because we will see slowly. We have to see. We cannot just simply, if you want to do day trade, yes, day trade we can hop in, whatever they do in the morning we'll come to know and we play a little bit, right? But long term, swing term, we have to be very careful here from here, because right now we are in a territory where we are heading to 100-day moving average, though looks everything bullish to me, but still because they had a heavy selling since 3 months, so they have to buy this. That's how they make money. Maximum they have to buy, because they have to cover their position from 3 months. Depends on their option position, how many they sold and bought, shorted, right? That's why we can't rush it. So sector rotation, we will see that time also. Like I said, we will see which one is oversold, not oversold, and how things are moving from daily. Here we go to the daily, and we see the sector rotation too. So we'll keep eyes on that one also.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, Josh.
No problem. Okay, guys. So let's now let's start little options, because most of the people lose money on options, and probably I thought I can talk, but look like we don't have too many people today compared to regular days. But still, I'll cover some options so at least you come to know. So I hope everybody have a basic knowledge. If not, then what are the options? Options are basically you are buying a contract, assuming that that's your safety. So basically you buy a contract, you're buying not stock. You assume that you might buy if that happens. So when you buy an option, so I'm going to show you right here, for example. Let me hold on, sorry. Okay, let me bring it here. So for example, SPY option, right here, these are the SPY calls and options. This is just the example. So when you buy a call, that means you are a bullish. When you sell a call, when you say I want to sell, without buying you want to sell the call, means you are a bearish. Same thing opposite. When you buy a put, you are a bearish. When you sell the put, you are bullish, right? Because you are shorting when you sell, because you are, before you buy and you want to do, what I mean, like before you buy anything, if you sell it, that means you are against, right? So that's what we need to keep in mind. When you buy something, buy a call, bullish. When you sell a call, you are bearish. Buy a put. When you buy a put, means you are bearish, but you are shorting the put, means you are selling. So that would be your bullish. Buy a put is bearish, sell a put bullish. Okay, so keep in mind like that. So normally we don't do here selling. We always do first buying most of the time, because when you sell something, you need a leverage. You need a crazy leverage, because market maker do not like that unless you have so I'm not going to go into that, because selling is so many things can be done. Later stage we will talk about it. Right now let's talk about the mostly buying, and then when we buy and then we sell. So first thing we're going to talk about the buying calls and put, whatever depends on the market. So what we do is we look at the market. If market is bullish, we buy calls. If market is bearish, we buy a put, right? That's how it depends. And it's not about just, I'm just taking an example for the SPY, but there are so many different stocks, and people play with the option. So option, what I like to teach you is like very, very important, which everybody does the mistakes, and that one is right here. I'm going to open one and then show you right here, so you can see that. So when you choose the options, these are daily. This is basically daily options, but then if you open another chart, any other stock, they are weekly and monthlies and yearly option you can choose, right? So normally what I teach here is like, when you want to choose any option, you cannot just immediately go and just buy anything. So I'm going to go to any, not instead of SPY, I'll go to everybody like what, Palantir. Let's go to Palantir, for example, right? So let's go to Palantir options. So let's go to Palantir. So we come to understand right here. So when you want to buy Palantir, we see, oh, look at this good price. Oh, look at this 6 cents. Look at this right now, 63 cents. People will go and buy cheaper one. Okay, so you have to understand why they are cheap, right? Same thing, why they are expensive here. In the money, out of the money. So when you want to buy out of the money calls, so you expect that, hey, I'm buying $14 by this date. Hold on, let me zoom in. Are you good? So you can see that by 25th, price will be $15 or $14, whatever the price. If that doesn't happen, right, and there is a theta also on top of there is a theta applies to. Theta is a decay. Every day you lose this much money on it, right? Every day 4 cents you lose out of your 37 cents. 5 cents you lose basically in a week, pretty much 37 cents. Then plus you have a delta. If the price goes against you, you also lose 45. If $1, 45 cents you lose. If the $1 goes against you, if the $1 goes with you in your favor, then you gain 45 cents. But you regardless you lose 5 cents, right? That's what we need to keep in mind when you do day trade. Day trades are basically is just in and out. You cannot keep the position open, particularly over the weekend. I mean over the next day, 3 days, try to avoid, because market, when you playing day trade, there is no fundamental, there is no financially fundamental involved on it. It can go when you wake up in the morning, market can open in a different direction and you lose all the money. Only thing is your hope is with you, and that's why 85% people lose the money in that, because you have a hope. Day trade hope is different, swing is different, right? We have to keep in mind when we do day trade, there is no fundamental behind. It's just a purely play, pure play based on market, where whichever direction market moving. We see say for example Palantir was going up, and then we tell, oh how Palantir going up, because right now market is covering. We don't know what the games are, whatever happening, but we just played because momentum. Just giving an example, right? So then we just buy the calls, and then I normally do like that, and then I exit out of it regardless. If so, what I teach here is particularly options. When I do day trade, believe me, when you are out of the money, you buy out of the money. I would, if I have a 19 cents and I enter in a day trade and I see, then I always look at my trend lines. I follow a lot of things when I do day trade. So if you guys do not know, you just come here and you see how we do day trade, and then based on certain actions, I take my actions and I buy, and then I try to get out of it whatever I make money. The moment you become the greedy for a longer period of time to hold it, you think I just got 25 cents, 5 cents is too less, then you might lose even more also, because that's your greedy element comes. That's why everybody loses. Like going to the slot machine and we think I need more to win, and that winning thing we have in our DNA, and we go in, so more you want to win, and that's why we lose more money in this option, because they are basically you are holding melting ice cube. So overnight I do not recommend on a day trade. Avoid, because most of the time people lose 85% time. That's why I like to tell everybody to take the profit and run, because you should not think what it went. So for example, you bought it at 19 cents and then it went to 50 cents, and you expect it's gonna go 60 cents. This premium, right? 19 cent premium becomes 60 cents. Is gonna go. Don't worry about that 60 cents or $1. Take your money and pocket that, because every stock moves, right? Every premium goes up and down. You do not need to think where it went, where it's gonna go. You need to think of your pocket, because that's your greedy element, greedy nature. Eat your all the profit, and this is the matter of time. You are buying an ice cube that is melting. That's why in a day trade you have to take the profit, and as much as you follow trend line, follow these, whatever whatever you can get, you have to take the profit and run. Otherwise what happen, you will be one of the 85%. Like I said, 85% people losing money in option. It's like a slot machine. You do not have a control here. Only thing is a pure play. Day trade is like a gambling. I mean, I would not say gambling is like a slot machine, but just like that, you have to keep in mind that day trade you have to take the profit and run. You cannot be greedy. Even though when the day is closing and you have a loss, I would say most of the time 8 out of 10 I would take my loss and move on, because I know that next day my theta will be lost. Plus if market is opening against me, I would still lose another delta and I won't be able to recover. If I have to recover, I will come back and I will buy again this option if I have to. But you do not want to stick to the same mud which is going down against you. I would just move on, and I focus on some different trade. And that is my lesson basically. That's what I teach. That's my lesson. Hey, I made a wrong entry and I move on, right? So this is my analysis of teaching that you should not have day trade. Okay, I'm talking about day trade. Purely right now day trade I'm talking, because many people lose money on day trade is because they have a hope. They hold the hope, so it's gonna go more greediness. first they have most of the time first they buy and then going up and they get excited and they hold, they go back to something, doing their homework or job work or whatever, and they have a hope that it's going to come back tomorrow or after tomorrow. No, that's the wrong way to play option. Then you're going to lose money. Mostly weekly option, day trade options. Okay, that's my analysis, guys. I hope you can everybody will have the same story, those who are playing options, and because day trade is a different game, because they look cheaper, or even though you are in the money also, you have you have a theta little less, but you are in the money. But if the price goes down against you, you're gonna lose more money because of the delta against you. 76 cents you lose. $1 goes down, you lose 76 cents delta because against you. And when it goes with you the positive, then you make 76. So you make more money when you have in the money. So this is, you see this line, and you are in the money, but you're paying premium here. So that's how that's how it works. But mostly day trade, guys, you got to be very careful playing anything on a day trade. You take the money and run based on our chart. Like normally I create the support, resistance. You see, when I was playing Palantir, I was showing same thing, many stocks. So I create my price of control line, I create my trend line, and then when I play day trade, you can see right here, 5-minute chart I open, 1-minute chart I open, and then based on that, I open my clouds and I do many things. I look at my RSI, look at my MACD, where exactly they are standing, and then I take my positions on that. So if you're not good at it, then I would not recommend playing day trade, because you need to learn more. If you keep staying with us, you might learn more. So just keep in mind, day trade is not like that easy. You have to try to learn more. It's not overnight job, man. It's just like more you give your time yourself, you can learn more. So that's how the day trade normally works. Now particularly when it comes to long term, right? So whenever you want to choose the long term, we always need to, when you choose the long term, then we need to look at the cloud. What are the clouds are? Sector rotation happening or not in my area, what are the things are happening. Keep the geopolicy in mind also, and then look at the SPY. Always keep in SPY, because SPY, what cycle are you entering into? Daily chart you open. I'm always here, you can ask me questions. That's why I kept this community open for everybody, so they can ask me the questions, and I don't want anybody to lose any money in any ways. So that's why you look at it, how much is ran up, just like this. You look at it, it's a cycle, 7-day cycle. Everything is most like 7 days, 8 days, 10 days, 7 days, 5 days cycle. Bullish cycle, bearish cycle, bullish cycle, right? Just like that. So this cycle you need to keep in mind. So these are your clouds. You need to make sure the clouds are clear before you take your position for swing trade. And that particular sector, you got to look at the sectors. That is your tailwind, headwind, right? If you see that right now stock is flying, but so once you be part of the community, we always discuss a lot, what exactly, how the market is moving, which direction, how things are going, and what sector rotation happening. And slowly when market is open, we know. So this was happening, we already knew, and we discussed, and that's why everybody was part of the community and everybody knew what exactly happening, right? Because we don't just look at the trend lines and look at the few things. We analyze in a deep dive in a different angles, so that way you can find the right path. So whenever you want to do swing trade, you have to analyze that here you are trying to buy something which is already flying high, that your sector is already oversold or overbought in 5 days or 1 month. You got to analyze those in that area. And then we discuss here also, you also need to some chart. For example, you want to look at Palantir, or just give me any example, any chart like Neo. Some people say Neo, right? So same thing, Neo resistance here. We all know what happened to Chinese stock, because they were oversold, and then now Chinese, all the market makers, they have to cover. That's my analysis for the Neo. We need to break this and move on forwards. So right now market maker balance sheet is clean pretty much, and now whatever the position they do, we need to watch where the wind gonna go, because when they buy, that's where the wind goes, right? Because they have the power. You and me do not have power. We have few bucks. They got a leverage. They can move the market. So let them decide which direction they're gonna go. It doesn't go in a one direction, guys. Remember, anything, all these sectors we talk, right? Any sector, we have to keep eyes on it, what it is doing, what not. let them go first, and then we'll decide wherever they go. And that's how we should play. So that's why when you do swing trade, we have to keep this thing in mind and see if our sector is in that particular play, because I would not recommend or teach anybody to just simply jump in because a new week starting and go long or go short on any particular stock, because just because this SPY ran up too much. This is what I used to make mistakes. Oh, it ran up too much, now let's go and short. No, man, because I have seen market can break this 100 and it can happen also, right? Believe me, man, all this cycle is not about, forget about this cycle right now. Anywhere here cycle, you can go here also. Look at this, drop. People think, oh, that's it, now it's gonna bottom out, 100-day moving average, this, and look at the next day. Look at this, like one example right in front of you. Look at how many 8 days sell off, right? People think, oh, it's gonna bounce, and then you buy QQQ and it's gonna go up. Guess what? Look at the gap down. Can you believe it? After dropping this many days, it was gap down and open up here. Can you believe? Look at that, what happened, right? So that's why you do not want to have the overnight position. You got to be understand when you want to buy a swing, you have to look what market is doing, and based on if the market is selling and you are buying something, and if your sector is in the play or not, analyze that. That way you have a leverage. That way you can get the leverage. So when you buy options, we so we buy a 1 month, 2 month, 3 months. What I teach here is this, guys. Okay, when you buy option is your leverage. You know what is leverage means? Time leverage. You are holding a melting ice cube, which is for a 1 month or 2 month, 3 months, and then you have to analyze your stock. What do you think? You analyze mean to say, look at the geopolitical, look at the cloud, look at your stock financial, look at the sector rotation, all these things, and then look at the trend line. And then based on the trend line, you care about the profit or you care about the company to skyrocket. No, the moment you think about this company is $10, you bought it and then went to $15, and you have a 50% profit, 25% profit on your options or whatever the option profit you have, and you think, no, I have another 2 months left or 1 month left or 15 days left, and you don't take the profit, then believe me, man, that's why everybody is losing, because they don't take the profit. You have to take your capital out, you have to take your some profit out. Be safer, because everything goes up and down, and I showed you cycle. It's a cycle, guys. 7 days, 10 days cycle, everything is cycle, right? So at least you want to be, you do not want to be sorry yourself when you made mistake, when you saw the profit. And that's why everybody has the same story. Whenever I meet, I get so many people talking to me, and they have stories that, hey, I had this profit and then I lost and now I'm losing money. It's not only one man, so many people. So based on that, I'm just telling you that learn how to take the profit, because do not think what you left on the table. Every time I keep saying, do not think I have 15 days left on option. Option is your leverage, because you have a little time, so that way you can, whenever you become profitable, you have to take your profit and close your position. Or you want to keep it if you think you have a more hope, or if you think you have a more greedy nature, or you think I think it's gonna go here, then you look at your history, and if you think you are minting money, then you continue what you're doing. But if you think you lost the money, then don't repeat the mistake, right? And so my point, everybody is losing in option money because they do not know when to exit. Entry, exit is all about stock market, guys. It depends on what cycle you are playing, because many people, man, I had 100% profit, including me. Okay, I'm not, this is what I learned, and I'm telling you, the moment you learn, the moment you stop thinking what you left on the table, the moment you stop thinking that this can go this price, or oh man, I exit for $100, now it went to 125. You do not have to think that. You do not have to. You train your mind that I will not think like that, because our nature, everybody's DNA is different. We cannot be greedy, because that's where this market knows how to take the money from your pocket. This market knows how to take the money from your check, salary. Believe me, guys, because it's like the person who makes money, he will go and put that same money back into the same market, and one time you make and second time you lose all. Same thing, the guy who already lost the money, he put a $10,000 and he put it in and he lost all the money, he will do double up. He say, you know what, next paycheck I'm gonna put and I'll make more money out of that. That's our nature. So what I'm trying to teach you guys, try to find the flaws within you. Forget about finding the flaws on stock market. Stock market, we have to understand, but what I'm option is where we are making mistakes. Every time option gives you opportunity, but you need to learn when to take it. So you are holding a melting ice cube and you need to take the profit, capital out first. If you think you are greedy, take the capital out. Create a discipline on options. That's why you watch how I play my options. I don't care what I left on table. I take money. I take the money and run. That's how options are, guys. Options are like it's a melting ice cube. If you play option with the hope, then you cannot be winner. You can win 1 or 2 times, but out of 10 times you can win 2 times, but 8 times you lose. And who is the winner? House is the winner. Who is house? The people who are selling the option. Who are those who selling the options? Market makers. They exactly know how to create these cycles, bulls, bear cycle. By the time and then market goes against you, your all the premium gonna be washed out and you are holding ice cube. So very, very important, guys, on options. When you play options, you got to be very smart, otherwise people lose their whole portfolio. Option is like a washing out your money. How to lose fastest way is option, but you need to be smart to play the options, to take your money and run. You should be smart, then only you can win in option. That's why it's called 85% people lose in options, right? So you don't want to be part of that. Same thing. So you always look at the cycle, look at the clouds, how things are moving around, and based on that we have to play. So when we go here, for a long time, I'm gonna look at here. For example, we're gonna take any stock. For example, let's take a goods company, right? Like everybody likes Google, right? Google. Let's go to Google and see what other options are right here. So we go to Google. And in the money and out of the money. So we are in the money. We'll take a look at it. This is in the money and these are out of the money calls, right? And let's say, for example, 25th, which is today. So 1 week right here from here, right? So when you want to buy, say for example, I'm gonna buy July, 3 months, right? So if you want to buy safety, you can buy July, say 2-3 months. So this is how, for example, you think. I come here and I check the market. And when I see here, Google is looking here and look at the chart resistance right here, 200-day moving average. I would not buy this Google right now, because when I see 200-day moving average is right above our head, means we have to, this is not the bullish sign yet. So I would not enter. Why I would not enter? Because look at even market also. And then I compare with market. Market is already ran up 4 days constant. How far it has a gas left on Google, we don't know. Right, so we know what market does right now. Market was selling off because by selling off last 3 months, and they are right now clearing their balance sheet. That's why I would not know which direction right now going, but we will analyze sectors, we will analyze later on. So we analyze everything and then I would enter, like if I have to buy Google. So for example, you want to buy from the support. Oh, Josh, this is like a $2,500 right now. It got bounced from it. Like look, 1, 2, 3, 4 times tested, right? And it bounced. And look at that. Same thing here. What happened? Same thing happened here also. Here also, right? You see that? It happens. So we can't just simply be bullish, because we need to have our market condition need to change. We need to lot of things we look. Yeah, if you trade here, day trade something, that different story. But swing right now, I don't see here swing. You hope you I know I see some people say, oh, look at this W pattern is forming right here, like people will say, look at this W right here, W right here, it's a bullish sign right here, right? But I would not go bullish immediately, because we already know that SPY, this was a balance sheet, these 3 months balance sheet adjusted now. That's why this was shorted. This was the whole 3 months they short. Now they buy to cover their ass. This is all they cover up. This is what I can see right now. But we need more confirmation. We need 100-day moving average cross. If that happens, then Google also will go with it. For this is just an example. Just like Google could be any of your stocks, right? We analyze that, and that's how you take. If you want to be a long, right? Same thing opposite. If you want to be a short, I also look at the sector. I will look at the SPY, and when SPY becomes short, when I see it get rejected here, and then goes this and then breaks this, then hey, this was a really true what we thought is a quadruple reach, and probably now is going back again It can happen, maybe not today, tomorrow, maybe after 5 days or 2 days. So if the trend changes, that time we go and short Google if I have to. I mean, Google or any of the stock. I always prefer to short a stock where long term or short term, you always look at the balance sheet. When you want to short something, you want to make sure that balance sheet, you know how we are, right? How we play. We look at their balance sheet here. And how the balance sheet works here is basically we look at their forward P ratios, their balance sheets, revenues, and everything we analyze here. And that's how we, same thing bear also, right now these bears are bulls. That's why I don't post this everything here. These are bear is right now bulls. So we do, you know, watch out guys, don't just play, don't copy this and trade because you might lose. So financial disclaimer guys, okay, don't, these can everything it get changed every weekly, every monthly, depends on cycle, everything is cycle. So that's why we have to be very careful on option, because option is like a melting ice cube. When you buy, it can go against you. In 1 or 2 days, if it goes against you, you get washed out in your option. You know, say for example, you bought $10,000 option. In 2 days against you, goes like this against you. For example, you shorted or something, and then you lose your 50-60% profit right there. You know, 50-60-70% profit right there because you are buying option, right? Options is crazy. That's why you need all this confirmation. So if you want to analyze anything, you can ask me while market is live. I'm always live here, and I trade also, right? Front of you also I trade, and be patient here, and I always help everybody. Okay, I try to help analyze it. I always help you to analyze, so that way you can learn out of it. I do not give any financial advice here, guys. Okay, my goal is to you know, try to create everybody an independent trader who can understand in a swing trade, day trade, or long term trade, right? So everybody, we cannot learn in a one day, right? Just like me, I could not learn everything in one day. We slowly I burn my money, I learn. It's not like that. Everybody, that's the only way you learn. There is no way you can read the books immediately and you think I'm master of everything. No, books cannot give you confidence. Book can give you knowledge, right? You need confidence. Confidence you only gain when you really put your real money, and that's how you you know, learn. When you lose money, then only you learn the most. And that's how things are. But okay, so right now I'll just, you know, we have a lot more to talk probably as the days goes on. We are, you know, every day we are open 7 days market hours. We are open morning 9:30 to 4 o'clock, and I can, you know, will be helpful to you at that time also. If you want, I can take a couple of questions and then we can wind up. Anybody?
I'm just looking at your chart here.
I'm sorry?
I don't have any major questions. I'm just looking at your chart here.
Okay, alrighty. So then, if nobody has a question, anybody else? So we can, if not the questions, we can. What's that?
When do futures open in an hour? Is that right?
No, 7 o'clock. It's already out. We can look right now. Futures right here.
Let's go through futures. I know it can change.
Right here, I'll just look right here. Futures are here, and futures are down right now. It's just a slide down, nothing much. 444 spies. So if you look at the future here, slash yes. Now we need to change the future, because remember future was March. Now the whole future changed. We got to go to June. It's quarterly futures right here. So we got to go June and new date right here. So this is daily. I got to go to minute and see what the future it look like. Yeah. So we got to go here. Let me go. Yeah. So future is slide down. We closed 446 and 444, $2 down. I mean 2 handle down. So it's just slight, but it's too early in the morning. We'll see whatever happens. It was right. What I see right now here is this. Most likely market will open at 200-day moving average right here, I guess. And then so that way people right here. You see this right here, 444 right here. You see that 200-day moving average right here. So market will open at 444. That's the major resistance, and then I would give a little time for the market. So right now, remember guys, this is the whole balance sheet was clear, and now market is going to create a new balance sheet. In order to do that, let them go first. We cannot create their balance sheet. I hope you understand. We let them choose the path, and then see where they are heading, and slowly we will jump in that bandwagon.
Right.
Yeah.
Looking at, let's just say tomorrow we do end up making some, long bullish trade. Looking at the SPY, where would you see a resistance level moving forward? Around 447, 448?
Yeah, we have now.
Profit range?
Yeah, so we have three resistance. If the market opens up below 200-day moving average, which most likely I can think like, because that's why market maker, they do not want people to immediately go long. Even if they want to go long, we do not know, but they will not right now, or they can set up a trap and open more or higher also, right? But resistance right now is this area right here. You see this 440. This is small resistance, okay? 447.60 right here, 447.60, and the major resistance is 100-day moving average, which is right above at 452.53 right here, 452, 453. That's the 100-day moving average resistance. So I think tomorrow market will go swing. I mean, it will create some swing in the market. So what do you want swing in the market like this? Let me show you swing. So 1 minute chart. So let me show you what is swing. Look at this, is nice, great, right? But when you see swing, you see this swing. Look at the swing. This is called swing. Look at this. Market was here, open up took at 433, and then we were 423. 10 handle down. SPY 10 handle down means you lose all the options immediately, or whatever the positions are, you lose everything, right?
What color do you have your 200 day?
200 red. Remember, I always keep my 200.
Go back a couple seconds. You said it opened up below, and then that's when it broke down like that.
Yeah, this one. What? Look. I'm gonna go zoom in more. Look, this is 3 days, 4 days ago, right? And look at what happened. The market thought boom, boom, boom. People think bullish, and then a small cycle down, and then immediately went up, right? And then look what happened. Then people think, oh, this was the trap, and then look, then again went up, and then people think, oh, now this was all foolish. But then look at this, all sell off, 10 handle. That's why you want to be where market will create the same scenario. This is perfect example. You have to be very careful. You want to let the market decide the direction. Sometimes you have to give a 1 hour, 2 hour, because they are creating their balance sheet, start from the beginning, and they want to create a trap. That can happen too. So we will see how thing goes. Current time right now, if you ask me about the daily chart, it's like everything is clear right now. Their balance sheet book is right now clear. Let them decide the direction. I wouldn't mind if I don't make money, but we do not want to lose the money. And then once we come to know what direction they want to go, sometime in the beginning of the balance sheet, they always play dirty games up and down, okay? Unless you want to do day trade, yeah, day trade is different thing, but swing one, you got to be a little bit careful, particularly swing one.
Okay, two scenarios. Let's say we open up below the 200 and move upwards and break above it, bullish. Now let's say we open up above it, and we move upward. Like, would we rather want to open up below it and break up, or open up above and then keep that momentum?
So we're gonna watch all the ticks.
Or it can break back down if it opens.
No. So Stigma, what I would suggest is we can do guesswork, and what I teach you, and you know that what I teach here, man, right? I teach it. We do not want to make money based on the guesswork. We want to enter based on many parameter. We will look, and then we at least come to the conclusion, hey, this will look at least safer than just the betting on a bull or bearish, right? So that's what I would say. If you don't make money, it's fine, but we don't want to lose. Remember QQQ, right? Your entry, trust me, QQQ, right? That's why I'm trying to give you. We do not. It's a painful job when we lose money. I don't want people here to, just because you are a big guy, but there are many small people. There are very small people comes here, and I don't want anybody to lose. because when we lose our confidence. It's not about just the losing money. We're losing our confidence. We have this community to build the confidence. So I have to take everybody on my shoulder to, and explain them how these things are, let them learn in every steps, and then they understand this market, because everybody has a job, they have different things, and slowly everybody will learn. It will take little time.
Yes.
But I like you, wherever you subscribe, and if somebody says something, you can come here and discuss with me, and we can analyze and move, plan accordingly, that too. Okay, anybody has any questions, or we can wrap it up? Now
would you want to? It's too bad we can't do a vote in here or something, but I wonder if people would like to go through the different Greek, what do you call them? Just the different variations within options, the delta, gamma, theta, vega.
Oh yeah. So
can I just do the introduction and then you pull it up? Like, for example, I'll just start with the delta. Delta represents the rate of change between the options price and the $1 change in the underlying asset's price.
What I will do is, Sigma. Well, I got it. It's very difficult people to understand on the when somebody speaks. What I'll do is I'll make we'll find some clips or pictures or something to understand how this inverse versus bull versus bear, how that gamma and theta will work. But those vega and all, these all 10% chance or 20% chance comes into the play when particularly go against you or on your side. We will explain them when with the pictures. We will definitely go through the daytime. We'll pull some chart or something and explain them. This is how the trend goes when the goes against you or go with you, right? So we'll pull out something, and I'll share it on the screen so everybody can see, because talking, it might not, they will not understand, because that's a difficult task to understand. Even they wouldn't know even basic, many basic things also wouldn't know what is delta and what is theta, But for you, if you need to understand, basically now you know what is delta is, right? You know what theta is. These are the two many important things. Then the bid and ask we need to know. Then we need to know the open interest. We need to know volume. Need to know how things are building up, and based on that implied volatility we need to know. So every has a meaning, which are very important stuff. We always go through in options when we play. So we'll see on we have a whole week to go through. Every day we have 7 hours, so we'll go through. We'll pull some charts when the market is, sometimes market trade like a war, right? That time particularly we can pull those charts and educate ourselves, everybody. Okay, so we call it a day right now, unless somebody has a question. I have another 3-4 minutes and then I will close. Anybody has any questions? I'll take the questions, and if speakers are more, then just please get off the speaker. So Sigma, I'm gonna take.
I got a question.
Hold on.
What is like everyone think like tomorrow's like buy is gonna do? Like I feel kind of bearish on it. Like I still don't trust like how fast it like shot up. Like what do you guys think?
Okay, so you're talking about you bearish. So what I don't know, when did you join? You just joined, or you were here for long? I mean, how long when did you join? Just now?
Yeah. I'm still here. I was just listening to you.
Okay, no, but did you join, like how long ago did you join the chat?
Like probably like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. No, I went through all these. So I don't know, you are on YouTube also or not? But I really explain everything on the picture. If you can go through YouTube at Top Trading Edge, and now we are about to wrap up. So but still I can explain it tomorrow morning, because we are about to close at 9 o'clock and we open at 7 o'clock, so 2 hours. I got to go for dinner. So what
all right, that's cool.
Yeah, but hold on. What I would say is go to youtube.com/Top Trading Edge. You can see the Top Trading Edge, and then you can rewind this tape.
Don't you have it on like your on your bio or something?
Yeah, you can click on profile.
I can see it on your bio.
Your profile, and you can click on that and you can go through that. So many people, they go through my videos because I make video, right? So that way you can understand I share my screen and you can exactly see how I described. It's very, very important for market conditions. The question what you ask is a long questions. It's a long answer basically. That's why I said, you can go through that, and if you have questions, I'm here 7 hours every day, Monday to Friday, market opens, I'm here. And then I can, we can go through many things every day. All right?
Okay.
Thank you, man.
Hey Josh, you were explaining about the Ichimoku cloud lagging indicator, and you try to see the lagging crossing over, right?
Mm-hmm.
For selling.
Mm-hmm.
So when do you buy?
Oh, okay. So if you can roll the tape, I guess I explained that also. So you can go to YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll do that.
Yeah, and if you still did not find it, if you don't find it, you can come back tomorrow. I'm out here morning, so 9:30 to same time. It's like I said, 7 o'clock, 7 hours. I'll be here. No problem, man. Anybody else?
Hey, Josh. Last question. Quick question. For your day trades and swing trades, do you always trade options, or do you also trade stocks?
I do trade stocks. So I have some accounts. I have different platform I use so when I do different platforms, some of the places I go long, and then I buy stocks also. So I have my kids, and I have my kids are in high school. They do trade stocks also, but I teach them also. So I have to keep my, you know what I mean. So I don't want them to right now do options. So when I teach them, I create with the stocks and all. Most of the time I go with the options, but I do go with the stocks also with them.
Got it. And one follow-up question: what are some of the stocks you recommend for your long-term portfolio?
Oh, okay. So there's a lot of things. I create a list here, and in this list, but I go through a few things, bulls and bear, but they always changing every time, every week or every 10 days, 15 days. It might change here and there. That's why I don't post this. But if you stay here on the group, we always live every day, 7 days a week, and on YouTube also. And you can ask me the same question, and I analyze deep diving of any of your stocks. Also, I have the list, and you can ask me. So you go through YouTube, there's a list, right? Several times I open up, and you can take a screenshot and you analyze it yourself, whichever you think, and I can analyze it. And that's how I decide. It's not only just the technical. I go by different varieties of things, and then I analyze.
Got it. Thank you.
No problem, man. Thanks. Okay, another one last question if anybody has it.
Josh, my last question is it better to learn just the stock before option, or I can do both? I'm just learning right now. So
what I suggest is everybody, there's a good question actually. The question you asked me, always if you think, depends on you're doing swing trade or day trade. If you want to do a day trade, then the best option is to start with is with the stocks, because you do not want to lose money, because you are learning something. You want to learn, you want to go safe way. So buying and trading on a day trade, you buy a stock, you can only make few bucks, and you can lose also a few bucks. But when you buy options, you can make a lot of money, you can lose a lot of money, right? You can lose less, but you can lose more too. That's why option is dangerous for somebody to learn, because chances are high that you're gonna lose a lot of money, particularly option. I would not recommend anybody to start immediately. I would recommend to go with, anybody if ask me, very simple thing I'll say. For 6 months constant, do not create any FOMO that, hey, I want to, even though you win crazy money sometime, this is what normally happens in our mind, our DNA. We buy one option or two options, and then think, oh, look, if I would have bought this 10 option or 100 contract, I would have won this much. That greedy nature you do not have to allow in your play, because you are new. And I'm telling you guys, that's very, very bad, because that is what is making you lose more money, because we are a newcomer. It takes a time. Anything you need experience, guys. So for that, I would say play. Somebody in our group here in Twitter, he transferred money into an account, and he told me, say, hey Josh, after listening to you, he rewinds my tape, and he said he transferred $55,000 into account, and he pulled all the money back, because he saw Josh, whatever he listened to my speech and all, and he decided, though, he took that money out and he kept only $2,000 in the account. Still, he did not trade yet single thing. He said, I'm gonna wait. And he is the one who goes and rewind my video, which are 7 to 8 hours video long. He rewinds some of the videos. He said, I said, how can you get a time? He said, no, man, I go, and he has a full-time job. And he rewinds my tape, and he thanks me a lot. And I did tweet about his one of the things what he said. So just like that. So what I would suggest is, the risk, if you don't make money, it's fine, but you do not need to lose money. That's what I teach here, man, because it's a painful job. So for that reason, I said, try to go with the minimum, have a discipline. Discipline is important, because if you think I'm going to change my discipline, say you want to learn options, go with one, limit yourself, one. That 1 month I'm going to play only one option, regardless how much money you make or lose. If you keep that discipline, so you're not going to lose your whole account, because option, keep in mind, always put a sticker, 85% people are losing. Are you smarter than those 85% people, those who are already trading for 5 years, constant 5 years, 10 years, whatever their experience? No, right? That's what you need to keep it on your computer sticker. Say, hey, I'm not smarter than those 85%. And that's the reason. That's why I say option is the, people lose money, man. So go with the one only and keep a discipline. So constant 1 month, I will check. Put yourself into the checklist. Put yourself into checklist. The person who create that discipline checklist, they are the winner. The person who think high fly and I'm the winner and I'm celebrations and all those, they are the biggest loser will be. Remember this. You do not want to celebrate early and celebrating 1 win, 2 wins. House always wins. That's the rule. And they know how to win the game, man. So what my goal to teach you here is your fundamental, your financial fundamental has to be strong when you trade. How to find the trade, that's what I teach every day. So more the time you stay with here, you learn, you learn a lot. And give yourself a little time here. It's interesting, but it's boring. I don't know, depends on your, how your interest is. I love it, so I enjoy it. This is my, I enjoy, this is what I like. Some people, they are new, then for them it's boring.
Yeah, thank you, Josh. Since I joined this group, I'm learning fundamental, and I think that's the way to save money and not lose your money. So thank you, man.
No problem, man. Thank you very much. Okay. All right, so guys, I will call it a day right now. I don't want people to feel. If you want, I can take one last question and then that's it. Okay, it's already 9 o'clock. I gotta go for lunch, dinner. But if just in case, I don't want people to feel bad. Last question I'll take if anybody did not able to. Okay, look like we're all set now. Okay, thank you very much for guys joining, tuning, giving your time to hear this community. We are trying to be all time live long here, Monday to Friday, basically 9:30 to most of the time 4 or 5 o'clock. So 7 hours live streams also, and as well as we are on the space, Twitter space also. So if you have any questions, we are always there, right? Yeah. No matter what question, guys, you have, if you're losing money, please talk to me. I'll teach you which way to move. You can ask me the questions, because believe me, people are afraid to talk to me. No, please open up. My goal is to not to lose. Nobody should lose money. I'll teach them that how to not to lose money, and that's what today we discuss also. So please talk to you guys again back on see you on Monday. See you tomorrow, Monday morning, 9:30. Until then, have a good night, guys. Thank you.
Take care, Josh. Have a good night.
Bye.